I wish that I had better lighting. This is going to be the preemptive to the walk-in this afternoon because unfortunately it is too hot, and if I get the access to a ride, I'm taking my ride. I don't know how pixelated this is going to come out. I was kind of hoping to capture the light from there since I have no. Well, 1 minute. Maybe I can. Maybe I can work this out. Get some backlighting going. Because truth be told, if I don't got backlighting, then I don't really need to. That did not help at all. Doing great, folks. We're doing great here today. It's just an early morning time, letting y'all know that unfortunately the walk and talk is scheduled for this afternoon. I don't need the sketch pad. Y'all can't see it, funny enough, but I'm wearing an actual work shirt. I brought a change of shirt so when I walk home, I can walk and talk with y'all. It's going to be like 100 degrees, so we'll be reading a favorite book of mine, Greta Thunberg, Anyone Can Make a Difference. Yeah, I got my little sketch pad out. Ain't I being slick, y'all? You can't tell where I work at, can you? But right now my ride's supposed to be on her way, hopefully. If not, well, this might turn into a much longer stream than expected. I lost 2 viewers and I am so hurt by that. Or 2 subscribers. But it'll be okay, y'all. Like I said, for most of this, it's a growing thing. I mean, I know we ain't supposed to use the internet for therapy because it's a very toxic and bad place out there, but I do it and we grow together. Were all my takes great? Probably not. Will they continue to grow as I grow? Of course they will. Man, I hope this isn't as pixelated as I'm expecting it to be. But that's also the thing about it, y'all. We're all just growing. And I heard from Josh Johnson on the newest video just dropped, which I highly recommend checking out if you're into stand-up comedy. But he was talking about the male loneliness epidemic and this funny trend. And yeah, I kind of agree with it. Dudes, my boys, my friends, call each other, say goodnight, be nice. I mean, why is it that masculinity is instantly or why are we associated with that? Be friendly, be nice. I would say being nice is a good thing. And if the oh, okay. Well, that's good too. Yo, hello. How y'all doing? Isaac, God the best, and Ken, how y'all doing? But yeah, it's just, you ain't got to be mean to be a guy. In fact, I would say that a true sign of masculinity and strength comes from being nice. I mean, let's be clear. I'm not going to be nice to just anybody. I've worked with a Trump supporter that I'm still trying to find that middle ground on because look, y'all, there's anymore now, is they? They've seen the light, so to speak. Hello, Ice Years. It's going good. I hope I'm saying all y'all's names right. Strata, hello. Jessica Rodriguez. Hi. Pull up, I'll have to go. But this afternoon, around 12:30, 1 o'clock-ish, I'll be going live to take my walk home from work. But now we'll be doing more because I got like my book with me to read. I got my sketch pad. We'll do something on the walk home. It'll be fun. We'll figure out something if nothing else. I just letting y'all know we ain't really gonna have the walk and talk like early morning because I'm waiting for one of the people that I work with to come pick me up. But yeah, y'all, I want to bridge the ground now because yeah, people made mistakes. People can make mistakes. My problem is like one of my coworkers. One I call spam or ham, apparently. But she's like, hello, Isaac, again. But it's like, she's a proud, she still thinks he's making America for the better. And I'm like, but how? Like, even if you were one of these that I disagree with fundamentally, but, well, I care about the economy and Joe Biden wasn't all there. I get that. I feel that. I agree with that to an extent. But did you not pay attention during his first 4 years when he crashed us out of a good Obama economy that he was left with? And for the record, again, not the hugest fan of Obama. I love the man's speaking voice. I could listen to him read a dictionary. As a president, I'd say he was our best speaking president we've ever had. Also, we did a whole lot of drone strikes on the Middle East to help keep what we're in now going. I would say that as an American president, it'd be a good time to just, how about we stay the fuck out of the Middle East for a while? I mean, pull our support for Israel completely, only send aid in the form of food, like what the Hope Flotilla was. I almost pointed my hand. I gotta keep the work symbol covered up, but it's like, you know, like what the flotilla was trying to do, bring only the good stuff instead of bombs. I'm tired of when you hear Americans, all you hear is, oh, diabetes and murder. How about we make it better? How about we start being friendlier with each other? I mean, the world's burning, folks. We're in hell. We might as well work together. Make it less hellacious, I think. But anyway, those are just my thoughts. And like I said, this one's going to be a short. If y'all want to see me rant, cry, get emotional and shit, check out my video game streams where I feel less vulnerable because half the time there ain't no viewers. And this afternoon we'll be sweating and getting burnt together as we walk home through this southern hell I call home. And I do think it could be better, y'all. I do. Also, if you notice I'm having trouble reading, it's because one of my dogs decided to relieve me of my glasses. So I need to repair those, and I just need a screwdriver now. I got an old set. I'm going to take the screws out of it, put the lens that isn't broken, just popped out and the screw's gone, back in, and then I'll be able to see 2020 again soon. Either way, y'all have a good evening and morning. It is morning. And I will see y'all after my shift at work. Like I said, right now I'm just waiting on my ride to come. She is a very good friend, at least a work friend sort of thing, you know. But, oh, sure, little bug, I got bad advice to give. I'll do my best for you. I got a few minutes left. What's up? Oh, thank you, Isaac God the Best. I could always use more subscribers. Oh, gods, no. No, sorry. I'm asexual. I'm not really friends with benefits with anybody, but I do read a lot of books on like relationships and brain. I'm very interested by the phenomenon. I've just not been able to understand it fully. Go ahead. Oh, well, for that one, that can be difficult at times. It depends on how our parents are and depends on how much you two care about them. I would say that in our society today, just approach it to them nicely and kindly and aw, that's really nice. Yeah, that's a little creepy there. My gaming channel's the same channel. It's on here. And the age gap is the problem for me there, Love Bug. It's, I don't know. I really don't know how to approach that one because that's one of those, I'm not going to judge you personally, but in the state of Georgia, 17 is underage. Like I said, bruh, or miss, it's just difficult. I think you should date within your age range. Okay, well, if it's legal there, then, like I said, it's a hard thing for me. The age thing's gonna fuck with a lot of people, but you're within the bounds of the law, and y'all love each other, you know? I do think you within the bounds of the law. I do think there's a power dynamic issue, but that's, you know, that's for you two to decide. If you're two consenting adults, that's not my business. But yeah, it's my advice, take it slow and understand there's probably going to be some heat with that one, but I don't know. We live in hell. I don't consider anyone a reprobate just from the start, but like I said, bro, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing. It's just, that's a hell of an age gap, and you just dropped it in chat like that. It's like, I want to be nice because you seem like a nice person. I also know that this is the internet and you could just as easily be trolling me. Oh, thank you, Isaac God the Best. But like I said, it's, y'all, I ramble a lot and I get lost a lot. And so long as nobody's getting hurt in the relationship, I don't consider a relationship a bad thing. It's just, you know, it's, shit gets hard. Try to avoid knee-jerk reactions, both with each other and in the real world. And that's very good. I guess I don't know how to. It sounds like y'all are doing great things. It's just the age gap issue with me kind of messes with me. But who the hell am I to judge? One of my boyfriends. I said, y'all, I don't think you're a troll from how you coming at it. So I'm trying to give you good advice. It's just also one of those. From an asexual perspective, I don't know how to give certain advice other than when it comes to the parents. Like if I ever had to introduce my significant other to my family, it would be one of those, look, guys, there's a bit of an age gap. That's going to mess with you, I think. But he loves me, I love him, and we take care of each other. And there was in no way like predatory behavior. It was, just understand you'll have to take it slow because the way it is. But I'm not thinking it's a bad thing. And as long as both of you are consenting, happy adults, that should be all that matters. Is that an artist? Oh. I kind of just take everyone at what they are when they introduce themselves to me till I'm proven otherwise. I mean, ooh, that's a big, interesting looking bug. Hey guys, check this out if I can show you before we go. Because I don't know what it is, but I've tried to take pictures of it before and it looks neat and I'm going to try not to freak it out or get bit. Because I think it's harmless, but boy howdy does it look mean. Why can't I turn on the flashlight? What other app is using my freaking flash? Okay, can I access it through YouTube? Yay! Look at that thing. I don't know what it is, but it looked like an ape. That's a spider. That's a wood spider, would be my guess. But what are you? Other than apparently dragging something. Don't bite me, I want to be your friend. There you go. See? I'm going to have to look up what that little thing is later. But alright, y'all. Yeah, it does, don't it? Man, there's three of them. Okay, well, y'all, I'm going to move and go wait for my ride a little bit closer to the road. Done got eaten up with them. I will... hit it twice. This is the most unflattering angle I can get. That many unknown critters? I don't like to be around that many unknown critters. Let's move over here. Yeah, and we'll keep the business out of shot because I ain't trying to shame or blame nobody. That ain't their fault that something sought for shelter out of the heat. But what the... were those, huh? What were those things? Some kind of alien... Ooh, better lighting. Like some kind of alien critter. Is it? I mean, it could be. See, the thing with roaches, I try to... Almost fucked up. I'm just walking around here like I'm saying the pledge. But... like other critters like that too, but it's like when it comes to roaches, there's just too much on them that'll like get me sick and my pet sick, you know. My throat, I didn't just eat a bug. But yeah, like I said, y'all, when it comes to like each other, just try to be nice to each other much as we can, because it's easy to be an asshole. Try not to be. It's the lowest form of comedy too, because if I can, when I roast somebody, I roast them in the nicest way I can, because it's like, that to me should be what comedy is. It should be making you laugh at the situation, not at yourself. You can joke about almost anything to anything. I can't joke about anything. Let me be clear. I can't joke about anything because I'm not a good comedian. But if you got a good comedian, they can joke about just about anything. The thing is what's the punchline of the joke? If the punchline is, ha ha, that individual's in pain, that's slapstick, and you need to establish with me that that individual deserves pain first. Like in the Three Stooges. I love the Three Stooges because you can watch that on mute and still get a joy out of it. But you see that they're silly. Their silliness causes their pain. That's kind of the thing. And yeah, I get it. Dude, trust, I've had anger issues in the past. When I was young, I need to get out that light. I might be causing seizures. But when I was younger, I, believe it or not, was a very violent, angry child. Most of my friendships didn't last long because I thought we were Dragon Ball Z characters and had to fight constantly. And surprisingly, people don't want to make friends with the kid that wants to throw punches constantly. I learned and I grew. And when it comes to a lot of anger issues, some of it, I don't know. It's like one of the people that I talked to about addiction, because I'm still working on my problems. I still use way too much THC, and I still, is that my ride? Not yet. I still use way too much THC in my opinion, and I still I still drink a shit ton of caffeine, like an amount that would be alarming for a doctor. Typically, when I get paid and I actually have a little bit of cash, I drink 7 to 8 Monster coffees a day. Sometimes 12, depending on the workload that day. I got a kid in my chat? Wow. Okay. Well, I'm not going to say to not be in my chat. Oh, what'd I do? Say I'll watch my language a lot more because I was unaware. I'm not a non-kids channel, but a lot of my content is, I'll watch myself more. That's the lesson to that one. And, well, if you're 10, the thing about that is you're still young enough that you can do a lot about those anger issues. I mean, at 10, I would say one of the things you need to try to do that might help, but it'll piss you off a lot. One, find that privacy. You need to get to a level where you can be private, because the biggest thing that I found in my anger was finding a way to work it out. Because most of my youth, I was told, ball it up, hold on to it, just stuff that down. Why are you being loud? Shut up about it. None of that worked. None of that will ever help you with your anger. You will basically turn yourself into a bomb. Don't do that. Here's what you do. You need to find a healthy way to work that anger out. Now, a therapist would say punch a pillow, find something like that. I'm not against that method if that works for you, because the biggest thing you need to do is get rid of that toxic energy you got in you, not going woo-woo on you. Just, you know how anger is. Everybody in chat know how anger is. You feel it. And it's like, so I'd find a quiet place that you can actually have a place to work out that anger, and find, for me, it was like a video game. Find a game that you can relate to and really love. Like for me, again, it's Saints Row and Assassin's Creed. And then take and make 2 different accounts on that game. One on the hardest setting you can set it to. This game is meant to piss you off. Set it to the hardest setting you can and play through it. Don't care. Play through it. Don't throw that remote. And every time you throw that remote, know that you have lost the game, because you're working on your stress. Now, when you start to feel that cold in your fingertips and you're starting to get that, okay, I need to put it on the very easy setting. Put it on that easiest setting. And understand that the NPCs in that world don't matter. You're working out your anger issues. You're doing to them what you want to do in the real world, but you can't do. And that's, to me at least, a slightly easier way to work on that anger, you know? Like I said, I'm not a therapist. I'm not licensed in anything. I'm fascinated by the human brain. I love psychology. And I am the child of abuse, neglect, and anger too. So we've all been through shit. The biggest thing I think we can do for each other is be honest. Nobody get a big head. And at the end of the day, I mean, my advice is free because I give terrible advice. And remember, I might have read a bunch of books, and I might have studied a bunch of stuff in the studied sense, but I'm just a fucking fry cook, y'all. Are you ready? I'm SpongeBob over here. I'm doing my best out here. And like I said, I gotta sign off here, but Isaac, like I said, the count to 10 method I found didn't work for me because it always felt more like a countdown than a way to mellow your brain out. Another skill would be like drawing, and understand you're going to suck. Everybody sucks when they first start at anything. If they tell you they're not and they were a natural talent, they're lying. Everybody sucks when they first start. Don't get discouraged. That is the passing point to find out if you are or aren't the thing you want to do, is if you tolerate the annoyance of getting good. But work on it and like pour anger into your artwork. Draw the caricatures of the things that are upsetting you. That might help. My ex would say tell yourself a toxic-esque story and like make them the villain or whatever, like an anime protagonist-antagonist thing. Again, maybe that'll work for you. It never worked for me. For me, that felt a lot more like, well, the word premeditated would get thrown around if my comics were found. And, oh, well, shit. Then definitely, man, if anything I'm saying goes against what your therapist is saying, go with the therapist, because a therapist is actually trained. And be honest with your therapist, because, well, this is where we got to get into politics a little again. If you're in the United States and you're in a good place, be honest with your therapist. If you're in the United States and you're in a bad place, like where I'm at, be careful with your therapist. You need to be honest because they can't help you if you're lying. But maybe don't give them all the details that would incriminate you, depending on what it is, you know? Because again, we're living in a very silly time with our politics. 10 years ago, I'd tell you no, be 100% honest with your therapist at all times, because even if they're going to get you in trouble for it, it's not going to be getting you in trouble, it's going to be getting you help. In our current state of affairs in America, I can no longer say that. So I will say be careful and work within your community and build you a community of friends. People that you know you can trust that'll have your back. In my case, I'm going to dox a few people here, but not give their whole name. David, he's a good friend. I can tell him anything, and I'll call him in a heartbeat if something's wrong. Brett, he's an old friend. If I need some advice and I'm like, oh God, am I going back down an old path? I'll call him and find out if he wants to chat and be like, hey, and hopefully hear how I'm different than I was back when I was a stupid kid. Like I said, it's all about community. See, that sounds a bit like it might be bipolar, but I ain't one to do the whole diagnosing thing. And when it comes to anger issues, that's just, it's a symptom. We treat a symptom like we do anything, you know? And another thing would be able to like try to displace your mind. I'm not saying put it in, like don't, how do I put that properly? Don't, I don't know. I'm trying to think of how to say that one right without it coming out wrong, because it sounds a bit like, oh, well, just compress it, stow it down. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying try to practice steam release. That's a good way to put it. Like, know when you find a safe place and you can let that steam out. Sometimes even it's like, and maybe this is my little bit of neurodivergency, I don't know, but like here, I live in the backest backwoods of Georgia in New Harley that's slowly becoming the suburbs again, but it's like, if I get so upset that I feel like I'm about to commit a crime and lay hands on somebody or do something bad, I will step outside, make sure nobody's the fuck around, and then just yell. I mean, just get down in it, hands on your knees, and just let it out until you're almost exhausted. And then take a deep breath and think about what made you that angry, because that the yelling and the should have gotten most of the actual I need to do something out of it. That way you can actually process. Because again, here's the thing, and I was taught bad as a kid when it came to like, well, learn martial arts, use your anger. Anger makes you dumb. Anger does not make you strong. Anger makes you dumb and tough in the sense that you'll get thrown down a lot and be able to get back up. But dumb in the sense that tomorrow you're going to feel that. So it's like, yeah, you can use your anger like a tool, which is what I'd suggest doing. But don't think that it's a superpower, because it's not. Every time you get irrationally angry, now, if you're 11, you're too young to be concerned with this. But as you get older, every time you get irrationally angry or something, you're hurting your heart. I mean, one of the most dangerous inmates in the world, Charles Bronson, I think I said his name right. He was a British inmate. Look him up if you like. He also had anger issues. But he was practically unkillable by people. Like 20 people jump him, 20 people die. He was badass with a capital B-A. But you know what killed him? Stroke and a heart attack. His anger took him out. The flame keeps us alive, but if you stoke it too much, it'll burn you alive. That's like bars I got, I guess. But I probably picked that up and stole it from somebody. But yeah, anger's a good tool, but it's also a deadly one. So be careful with yourself, you know? Learn how to breathe. Learn how to work through and process, because a happy mind is a calm mind. Murdering your dog and your friend just, okay. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. There are times to get angry. You see a true injustice happening, that's a time to get angry. But anger's not the problem as much as the end product, like violence, you know? Violence is the problem, not the anger. You can be angry about something and make it right. Like I said, pour your anger into your artwork. I had a piece that I really wanted to try, but I thought in today's America that I'd get my ass arrested with Hassan Piker. I like him as a internet personality, but standing there with a butcher's frock on, the apron, all that. If you've seen Assassin's Creed, you know what I'm talking about. And then on the table in front of him, it'd be J.D. Vance, Trump, and like Netanyahu's heads. And then it'd say, "Yay, the war pigs are finally dead." Something cute, funny, edgy, dark. But yeah, I don't want to put that on the internet right now, because that'd get your ass arrested in America. We live in a very fasci-adjacent time period. So I'd say be careful, and like I'll always say, no matter what, your community is the most important thing. Manners make man, but man's company makes his manners and who he is. But I'm about to give my boss a call, make sure I still got a ride coming my way, otherwise I'm going to be late to work, and we might get a walk-in video. Y'all be good, be safe. Isaac, be good out there, man. And remember, it's not a journey of one step. You'll make it. But people that want to do World War III are just stupid people that want to die. That's not a hot take. That's just a fact. If we go to World War III, we're not going to be here as a species anymore. We might not even have a planet anymore. We've got the weaponry. And if any one country decided, nah, it's time to pack in all the toys, it'd be time to pack in all the toys. Not to scare nobody out there, but World War III just means death for us all. There's nothing good in it. Nobody should be looking forward to it. In fact, every single human being should be fighting to stop it. But, you know, I'm just a dumb fry cook. Y'all be good. Have a good night. Well, day. Have a good day. Be good.